Presentation about analyzing a social enterprise in Indonesia. So for the company social enterprise we choose Lindungi Hutan. So here's our table of content. The first section is company profile, the second section is analysis business model, the third section is impact, and the last section is conclusion and also recommendation. For the first section is company profile. So what is Lindungi Hutan? Lindungi Hutan was founded by Rio and Sasib CTO with a mission to support seed farmers and the Chamar community in the northern coastal area of Semarang. From this mission, the idea emerged to create a transparent and accessible platform for tree planting donation. The goal is to make it easy for everyone to participate in reforestation, benefiting forest, nature, and also local communities. So for their vision is preserving forests for humanity through technology, collaboration, and also conservation action. For their mission, the first mission is creating appropriate technology for easy of access and transparency, engaging various parties in impactful and inclusive collaboration, empowering community around forests for sustainable conservation action. And for the value, they have 5 values. For their value, they have 5. The first value is easy, the second transparent, sustainable, flexible, and also inclusive. For the key product or service, Lindungi Hutan provide integrate one-stop solution for tree planting program designed for individual, community, and corporation. Their B2B service support brands and company in building a greener impact. Review from the Lindungi Hutan. The first one is Corporate Tree, a structured CCR tree planting program to support corporate sustainability initiative. And the second one is Collaborate Tree, a brand partnership program through product bundling segments to strengthen company green image. And the third one is Carbon Offset, a full service to calculate, mitigate, and reduce carbon emission through the tree planting. And the fourth is Sustainability, a program that helps companies achieve their sustainable goals. And the fifth is Educate3, provides environmental education and training for employees and local community. And the last one is Report and Monitoring, offers transparent reporting and evaluation on the progress and condition of planted tree. And they also have operational mission. The first is operational focus, the second is geographic coverage, and the last one is collaboration.
Alright, for the next section is customers, beneficiaries, and key partners of Lindungi Hutan. So the first topic, I will talk about key customers or B2B focus of Lindungi Hutan. The first is corporation or brands needing CSR and ESG solutions. ESG is environment, social, and government solutions. And the second is companies pursuing net zeros, emission or green image enhancement. Like Lindungi Hutan provides reforestation and tree planting programs that help companies offset or reduce their carbon footprint. And the third is partner seeking carbon offset and sustainability reporting service. So the Lindungi Hutan helps calculate, plan, and verify tree planting activities, providing the necessary data and reports to support sustainability claims. And the second point, we can talk about beneficiaries of Lindungi Hutan, that is environment, such as restoration of degraded forests and mangroves, to increase carbon sequestration, reduce flood and erosion risk. And the next is local communities. So the local communities will empower seed farmers and field workers gain stable income and environmental education. And the third point of customer and key partners is first conversation seed farmers and local communities such as supply, feedings, and performance planting or maintenance. And the second is corporate and institutional partners such as provide project funding and visibility. And the third is government and NGOs like policy support, permits, and project collaborations. And the last is technology partners like support in monitoring carbon calculators and reporting tools. And now we move to revenue stream of Lindungi Hutan. So we can talk about main source corporate partnership B2B of Lindungi Hutan. The first is corporate tree, like CSR-based tree planting programs. And second is sustainability tree, consulting, feasibility studies, carbon certification, SROI or ESG reports. So the Lindungi Hutan helps companies design and measure their sustainability impact professionally. And the third is collaboratory, like product bundling partnerships to boost green branding. So the goal of the collaborative tree is strengthen the company eco-friendly image while supporting real environmental actions. And the next main source is public donations, like individuals or group via online platforms. And the second is carbon offset service, like paid calculation and mitigation programs. And the second is educatory, like environmental education or workshop for corporate employees. And the last main source is grants or subsidies, such as support from donor institutions or government. So now I will talk about key cost structure of Lindungi Hutan. The first is program cost. The program cost is the biggest expense category for Lindungi Hutan, so the focusing on the core activities of reforestation. The first is procurement of seedlings from local farmers, so like purchasing tree seedlings directly from local farmers to support their income. And the second is tree planting and long-term maintenance, such as local farmers' wages. And the second is operational and technology costs. These are the expenses related to internal operations and technological supports, includes platforms and app development, carbon monitoring system maintenance. And the second is staff salaries such as operations, field admin, and marketing. And the third is marketing, outreach, and environmental education program. And the last point for key structure of Lindungi Hutan is strategic focus. These include cost efficiency through digital automation and local partnerships, reducing long-term maintenance burden. So the goal is to optimize resources while keeping environmental impact high and operational cost efficiency.
Okay, now I want to explain about the value proposition, and there are two value. The first one is environmental value and also business solution value. For the environmental value, the first one is concrete conservation action. So tree planting is carried out in critical areas such as mangrove, coastal zones, and also degraded forests. So these actions aim to restore habitats, protect vulnerable ecosystem, and also ensure long-term environmental resilience. And next is measurable impact. So all the activities are monitored in real time and also reported transparently. So the impact is quantified using SROI, and also ensuring that results are measurable and align with ESG standards. And also biodiversity support. So these initiatives help restore ecosystem balance, improve biodiversity, and also support carbon capture, providing clear and tangible environmental benefits. For the business solution value, the first one is transparency and accountability. So the result can be tracked clearly through an open data platform, ensuring companies have full visibility and confidence in the progress and impact of their ESG initiatives. Next is one-stop ESG solution. So Lindungi Hutan provides a complete ESG solution from consulting to implementation, making it easier for companies to plan and execute sustainability programs effectively. And last is local empowerment. So the program empowers local communities and forest farmers by creating income opportunities and also giving them an active role in environmental stewardship, fostering both social and also economic benefits. Okay, next we're going to talk about strategic pillars of long-term sustainability, and there are 4 strategic pillars. The first one is professionalization of B2B or business-to-business service, and then monetizing ESG demand, community empowerment, and also technological innovation. For professionalization of B2B service, first we're focusing on consulting and certification. So we'll provide specialized services to corporate clients, helping them meet sustainability standards and also build credibility in ESG initiatives. Next is build stable, scalable income versus reliance on donations. By monetizing B2B services, Lindungi Hutan creates predictable revenue and also reducing dependence on donation and ensuring long-term financial sustainability. Next is monetizing ESG demand. So we'll partnering with corporation adapting to OJK and global ESG regulations, and also growing corporate awareness, ensuring continuous demand. Because as companies increasingly prioritize ESG, so the demand for advisory and also implementation services will continue to expand, which is will creating long-term business opportunities. And next is community empowerment. So empower local farmers as caretakers and beneficiaries. So the local farmers will take an active role in maintaining trees, which will improve survival rates and also reduce operational costs for the organization, and also promotes economic self-sufficiency in village. Like by providing income opportunities through conservation work, communities gain financial independence while supporting environmental goals. And for the last strategic pillars of long-term sustainability is technological innovations, which is the use of carbon calculators, monitoring system, and also digital reporting will increase efficiency and partner trust.
Okay, next I will explain about the impact. First is economic impact. For the economic impact divided into 3 points. First is job creation and working hours. For the job creation and working hours, it means generate direct employee for local farmers, partner, and feed the workers. Second is increase community income. It means like provide significant additional income for local farmers, especially forest farmers group. And the last is local economic development. It means encourage green economic growth in village around the planting site. Okay, next is social impact. For the social impact divided in 3 points. First is local communication and empowerment, relies on forest farmer groups to drive the program. Second is access and well-being. Mangrove reforestation protects coastline, benefiting coastal communication. And the last is education and awareness. Education, tree and partnership raise awareness and conversation and climate change. And the next is environment impact. For the environment impact, first is ecosystem restoration and biodiversity conservation, relies on forest farmer groups to drive the program. Second is waste and water management. Forest restoration strict water cycle and reduce the environmental risk. And the last is impact transparency. Effects are measurable and reported in accountability reports.
To begin, let's look at the strengths that make Lindungi Hutan a remarkable example of social entrepreneurship in Indonesia. First, it has measurable and transparent impact, ensuring that every tree planted can be tracked and verified through its digital platform. Second, the organization places strong emphasis on community empowerment. By involving local farmers and forest groups directly in conservation effort, it not only sustains the environment but also strengthens local livelihoods. And third, Lindungi Hutan demonstrates speed and scale of action, having successfully planted over 1 million trees across more than 30 locations in Indonesia. However, there are still some weaknesses to address. Lindungi Hutan remains highly dependent on partnership, which could limit independence in the long run. It also faces challenges in maintaining long-term care for planted areas, as continuous supervision requires significant cost and manpower. Lastly, there is a potential overclaim impact, where results may be perceived as larger than they are if monitoring is not consistently updated. Moving on to our recommendation for growth and improvement. First, we suggest an expansion of blue carbon services, shifting from only mangrove planting to more advanced projects involving carbon accounting and trading. Second, by diversifying its social programs such as developing mangrove-based ecotourism or community training to create additional economic benefit. And third, by strengthening in-house research and development, so the organization can identify the best tree species for carbon absorption and climate resilience based on scientific evidence. To scale up and deepen its impact, Lindungi Hutan could build a regional partner network, collaborating with local organizations that adopt its monitoring system. It can also start biodiversity restoration pilot project, moving beyond tree planting to full ecosystem recovery, for example, restoring coastal ecosystems such as mangrove habitats and native forest species. In conclusion, Lindungi Hutan represents the spirit of modern sociopreneurship, combining technology, transparency, and community-based conservation to create measurable environmental and social value. With stronger research capacity, expanded collaboration, and diversified social program, Lindungi Hutan has the potential to become a national leader in sustainable environmental innovation. Thank you for your attention. This presentation was proudly delivered by Group 2.